About 2 weeks ago, I stumbled on a video titled Top 30 Most Memorable Outplays in League of Legends History. And while watching this Yasuo clip, I had a realization.
Yo, put me in the exact same position and I would do the exact same thing.
So for the next 7 days, I'm going to be challenging myself to learn 5 of League's so-called hardest skills with one single catch. I am going to be first timing most of the champions on the list. This is all to prove that you don't need thousands of games to learn League's supposedly hardest combos and use them in an actual match. You just need a functioning brain cell. We're going to start learning each skill from easiest to hardest, starting with the first combo, Samira's 1 second S combo. The combo is achieved when you auto attack, pressing W, then E plus Q simultaneously, auto attack again after your second W hits, and finally, slam your ultimate. In theory, it's just a series of buttons, but the goal here is to get 1 kill using this combo. There is just one thing I'm worried about. I have only played Samira, like, once. But a challenge is a challenge, and I need to first learn the combo in the practice tool. At first, I was worried it would be some crazy precise timing, like a Street Fighter combo, but literally on my 3rd try...
WEQ. Wow, that is really easy. If this is the start to the challenge, then the rest of the skills are gonna be a breeze. I'm not gonna lie. So I guess right now what I need to do is to actually try and get a kill with it in like one of my games.
So I loaded up a quick draft game, and almost immediately, I was hit with a roadblock.
The 2 weeks. Oh, fuck it, they banned Samira too. Like, are you serious? I just dodged this game, no?
Okay, fine. I dodge, wait out the 6-minute timer, and requeue. She gets banned again!
Why the fuck? My own team banned Samira!
After wasting 40 minutes of my life playing Jinx, I was finally able to get my first game as Samira. I wasn't exactly happy when I saw that my support was an Akali, but I don't even need to win the game. All I need to do is hit the combo once. The Akali flashes out of nowhere for an auto Q. What the fuck? Just the day before, I'd watched the guide on Samira that says to avoid fights until level 3. And I followed that advice, deciding to just stay and farm. Which was a big mistake because the Akali just went like, fuck this, and began to base. I lose a bunch of minions because farming as an ADC is apparently the most difficult thing ever, and then eventually when the support returns, we prepare to fight another big battle. Little did I know, things were about to go from bad to worse. I see our Irelia pathing towards Gromp, and then completely skips the jungle camp, slowly moving towards our lane. I'm thinking she's coming to gank, but then she swerves upwards and starts doing the scuttle. Our Akali dives headfirst like a donkey and eats a whole bunch of magical spells. So I throw out a bunch of spells at random, and I miss the one skill I'm supposed to aim. Then Irelia comes back after the Akali has died. I decide to fight that because I'm stupid. And guess what? Jarvan appears and I just die.
Oh my god!
And afterwards, an opportunity for me to use my ult arises, but it does 0 damage.
No.
That was when I realized that in order to get a kill using the 1 second combo, I not only needed to find the perfect situation and execute the combo correctly, I also needed to make sure I was strong enough to actually do enough damage.
I'm just dead, bro.
But after another 40 minutes, I managed to get into another game, and this time, I tried my best to force the combo, but I just couldn't seem to get it down. I'm always missing one important part of landing the combo, whether it be not auto-attacking before my W.
That doesn't count, bro. That does not fucking count.
Or whatever this is.
Get his ass! Fuck! What did I miss there? I autoed, I WEQ'd. Did I not hit the second part of the W?
But then, I saw the entire team grouped together and saw an opportunity. I was overflowing with confidence. I felt like I could do anything in that moment. And then...
No. We got another chance. We got another chance. Right here, right now.
I completely failed. This was much harder than I had anticipated. I had spent the past 3 hours attempting the combo with no results. And keep in mind, this was the easiest skill on the list. At this point, I was beginning to wonder if I would need to pull an all-nighter to get this combo down. All I knew was that I wasn't going to sleep until I had done it. So I continued to go into my next game, and this time, I knew things were going a bit better because I was able to put up a fight. And then, all of a sudden, the Mel was roaming. If I play around her stun, then this could be my chance to get a good night's rest. I did it! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! It didn't kill him. Even with the full combo and 2 other teammates auto-attacking, the combo didn't end up killing. But I knew I was getting much closer to pulling it off. Then, I saw it. This Orianna was actually standing still like a bot. So I thought if I was going to get this combo down, it would be on Orianna. I was beginning to believe that this would be my free pass to pulling off this combo. So I began to feel a mixture of happiness, hope, and then the team surrenders.
Why did they surrender, bro? I could have hidden the combo.
At this point, I started to get the hang of Samira. The essence of her playstyle is clicking a little, and it was beginning to show. Smolder is a weak early champion, so I was more keen on trading and being more aggressive, and then I began to snowball lane extremely hard. But still, I don't reach that magical S rank. I'm strong, but the combos are just not clicking at the right moments. The second part of my W just wouldn't hit. But then the second part of W doesn't hit. I think that's the issue. I think I understand it. Okay, I think I just made a massive realization. I need to hold W for until he dashes away. I'm a dumbass and can't say anything right. What I meant to say was to try and hold my E until the very last second, just before the second part of my W lands, so that it hits as I'm dashing towards the enemy. And right after I made that realization, fuck it. I got it! Kill someone! I got one! I'm including counters now for the amount of games it takes for me to pull off this combo. The amount for Samira is 4. But let's move on to the next skill. Malzahar is often considered one of the easiest champions to pilot mechanically. But what if I told you there's a hidden mechanic that's extremely niche and incredibly hard to pull off? You can actually extend the range of your R, and I mean insane range. The trick is that you cast your ult, drag your mouse across the screen, and then flash during the cast time of your R. Sounds simple, right? The problem? You have to flash during the casting animation, which lasts 0.005 seconds. To put that into perspective, this Malzahar emoji on the screen will appear for exactly 1 frame. Now replay that, but put it at 2x speed. That is about how much time you have to complete the combo. So I began to test it out in the practice range, but I quickly realized how hard this was to do. I managed to hit it once or twice by sheer accident, but I wasn't satisfied with that. My goal was clear. Pull this off 3 times in a row before even thinking about using it in a real match. After struggling for a while, I decided to take a different approach. Watch some videos. That's when I stumbled upon a little trick. Buffering your R when you're out of range. This way you don't have to flick your mouse all the way across the screen in that tiny window of time. This made the combo more about precise timing than sheer speed, and after 50 minutes of practice later, it's 1, it's 2. That's 3! That's 3! Holy shit! That took way too long. With a bit more confidence, I took the combo into an actual match. But this was also when I realized something. Unlike in the practice range, the enemy won't stand still. It didn't take me long to realize I needed to rely on the very specific set of circumstances to hit the combo. Like when they are CC'd. Yeah, that's the only situation I can think of. But if I only play for one situation, then pulling off the combo would still be possible. Right?
Stun her ass. Get her ass. Get her ass. Get her ass.
Unlike with Samira, where I can just fling combos around like a raccoon discovering fireworks for the first time, if I miss my flash, I need to wait for 5 full minutes before I can make another attempt.
God.
But then,
Come on, come on, come on. I don't even know if I did it.
I wasn't sure if I hit the combo. My character model didn't move, and I didn't see the typical flash animation. Looking back at this moment, it is still pretty hard to tell, but I am pretty sure I hit the combo. I just happened to press flash right as my mouse was hovered over my character model. But I didn't realize this at the time, so I proceeded to spend the next 2 hours trying to learn the version that didn't require me to buffer my R. I should have checked to see if I did the combo correctly, because I was about to put myself through so much pain and suffering, it made me wish I never did this challenge in the first place. One of the main issues I ran into was not understanding the range of my R. So every single time I decided to R and then flash, I would end up just flashing in place.
Fuck!
The worst part of all of this was that even if I got in range and missed my flash timing, my flash gets buffered, which means I end up flashing anyway after my ult. For the rest of the night, I don't hit anything remotely close to an R flash. I seriously think this is the combo with the tightest timing, so I'm just going to count the one I did here for the sake of my sanity. And now for the most complicated combo yet. The Gragas long range fast bomba combo. The full combo is WERQ flash Q auto. One major issue I immediately ran into is that you can't really break it down slowly. You need to do the entire combo in one go, with no pause for thought. This is because you need to press your R, Q, and flash all before your E has finished its animation. To get a better handle on it, I decided to split the combo into 2 parts. Breaking it up made it easier to digest, and after around 40 minutes of practice, I finally got the combo down. But now, it was time to implement this into real games. For whatever reason, my chat decided to tell me to play Gragas jungle, and I listened. My full clear ends up being at 3 minutes and 57 seconds. And this is the type of play I make.
Yo!
Literally nothing is going right, but at least I'm trying. A couple minutes went by until I decided that maybe repeating the combo sequence out loud would help.
I'm gonna try the combo. E flash RQW, E flash RQW, E flash RQW, E flash RQW.
Just in case you didn't catch that, the entire time, I've been saying the wrong fucking ability order, which of course makes me do the combo completely wrong.
Using it in a real game is so hard. What the hell?
The sequence is so long, I am completely disregarding everything except for hitting this combo, and I still somehow miss something.
Let me try again. That didn't do anything. I forgot my Q as well.
The next game, I made sure to Q mid, and as you may have expected, I still had no clue what I was doing. But it also seemed like my lane opponent also had this issue. He dashes in and literally misses everything. This eventually allows me to win lane, which meant I could have another crack at getting this combo down. Unfortunately, somehow, I still mess it up.
I didn't EQ, bro. I didn't EQ.
Until I just saw someone CC'd by like 5 different people.
Okay, let me try to do it now. Did I hit it? I don't even know if I hit it.
So I hit the combo, but a part of me was not happy with this for 2 main reasons. Because this was not a situation where a flash was needed, and because it wasn't a clean kill. So I kept playing, and after 2 more games, the perfect situation arose. Volibear was pushed up on lane, and both laners were fighting like it was some war zone. This was a good situation to use my flash to catch the Volibear off guard. And then...
Fuck, that doesn't count because I didn't use W, bro.
I am so stupid. Of all the things I could have messed up, I forgot to do the easiest part of the combo. But I still managed to get the kill, so for the sake of my sanity, I will count that and move on to the next skill. The Fiora 1 second combo. The way you do it is to press W, auto attack, E flash, and Q. The first time I heard about it, I thought it would be exactly the same as the Gragas combo. But oh, I was so wrong. The first couple of moments went exactly as I'd expected.
What?
I had trouble with getting the E-flash timing down, so that was the only thing I practiced until I could piece everything together. And I wasn't exactly able to do it fast or consistent, but I thought this was good enough for the video. So I went into my first set of games, and then I began to slowly realize I had fucked up. It all started with one small realization. I had played Fiora a total of 0 times before this. I was so clueless to the point I was watching challenger replays while in the loading screen just to figure out how to pilot the champion. My entire chat was backstating me. Kill the Yasuo. Kill the Yasuo. Kill the Yasuo. You dumb, stupid bitch. Do you seriously think I would know how to all-in the Yasuo on my first game on Fiora? I swear to God, one more fucking person goes and says to go and kill the Yasuo, and I will fucking... The next part I discovered was that Fiora's W stuns anyone that throws CC at you. At first, I thought this was not a big deal, pretty much only using it to get favorable trades against my lane opponent. But then, I began to realize people, especially squishy champions, will just walk away if they see you press your R, which meant there are only 2 possible situations that I could hit this combo. Number 1, fight someone tanky so they don't run away. Or number 2, CC someone so they can't run away. That was my goal for the rest of the day. Keep track of one CC ability and use my W when it gets used. But then, I began to realize how difficult it was to do this when your entire screen looks like fireworks. My screen is literally a fucking disco ball, and I'm trying to look for a Cho'Gath Q that looks like it's blended into the environment. I am a silver player. I can't do that. But I kept trying, and the game after that, I hit this.
Oh fuck me, what the fuck?
I decided to try the next day, and maybe it's because I gave myself more time for the information to sink in, but I began to perform much better, actually being capable of winning lane and giving myself a lead. It's a hard feeling to describe, but there are moments when you step into a game and everything clicks with breathtaking clarity. Every detail, every variable, every potential pitfall, all unfolding in slow motion.
Okay, we're good.
I felt like I could take on the world. And in that moment... Unfortunately, this does not lead to a kill, meaning I had to continue my attempt, which was when I uncovered one more problem. Whenever I was under any sort of pressure, my mind would go blank, and I would forget the sequence of buttons I would need to press. You can see exactly here that I was in the perfect spot to hit the combo. But then I moved to the completely opposite direction, fuck up the flash, and then for some reason, hit my W. There were just so many situations that confused me in such a way that made me unable to execute the combo correctly, but all I needed was one situation where there was no distractions. Just me and the enemy. So I began to split push like a madman in hopes that I would get someone to chase me down and fight me. My hope was to get Trundle, Jhin, or Swain for the 1v1. But I wasn't lucky enough, and pretty much only get matched by Mundo, who is pretty much impossible to kill myself at this point. A couple minutes go by and the same thing happens. I push the wave, and Mundo matches me. At this point, I was really beginning to wonder if any other champion would come to collect the wave, but then, the Trundle comes up from behind. I start to run, thinking that I'm kind of cooked, but a couple moments later, I realized that this was the moment I was waiting for. Sure, the Jhin and Mundo are probably close, but dying is the least of my worries. All I care about right now is getting that kill because nothing else matters.
You're fucking with me.
Thank God the Trundle started running back, because if he didn't, I don't know how much longer this combo would take me. Anyways, let's move to the next and last skill, the keyblade. To do it, you need to EQ flash, auto, and then EQ R. I knew this combo was going to be different because the keyblade is actually a combination of two other separate combos, the Beyblade and the Airblade. I decided to try and get the Beyblade down first in a real game, so I began practicing for around 20 minutes before it was quite consistent, and then I went into a real match. My first was against a mill, and I honestly didn't know what to expect. All that I knew was that I might lose because my chat was telling me how cooked I was. I was totally expecting to get absolutely shit on, but what soon happened put me in utter shock. I am not a Yasuo player. I only remember playing the champion like twice ever because some dude gave me money to play the champion in ranked, and those were not good memories. But this time, something was different. I discovered that I can dash through minions like a maniac to get to the enemy. This gameplay probably makes you want to bleach your eyes, but to me, this was so goddamn fun. Then I discovered that I can block her stun with my wind wall, and even better, dodge abilities with my dash. Every discovery inflated my ego a little bit more. And by the time I decided to try the combo, I was already convincing myself I was the second coming of Pizang. My
Guys,
first attempt.
Are you ready, guys? What?
Completely failed. So I tried again and I hit it this time, but I still think this was a prime example of forcing the combo when it wasn't needed. So I went into my next game and it didn't take too long until I managed to hit it.
You're trying to keep flash here. There you go.
The next stage was the Airblade, but because patience is for functional human beings, I just started practicing the entire Keyblade combo at once. And shockingly, after about 10 minutes, I actually had it down, which is pretty surprising considering how this is supposed to be the hardest combo on this list. But you know, maybe this is different in game. I leaned against the Ziggs. I was too busy getting bombed like a Looney Tunes character, so I just lose.
Dude! How the fuck? Thank you for the follow, Jaish.
And it's so annoying that I just completely forget to even attempt to combo that game.
Dude, fuck me, man.
But the next match though, I get filled into top lane, and my lane opponent is a Kai'Sa. I could pretty much tell the entire time she had no idea what she was doing, and with each trade I was just getting more and more confident until I hit this. The setup was perfect. All I needed was the flash, and that would be the end. And then, one kill snowballs into another, and all of a sudden, I'm extremely fed. Now the big requirement was that you need 1.33 attack speed to execute the combo. So when I eventually hit that threshold, I was like, ooga booga, I see 3 enemies, I EQ flash, completely forgetting about the fact that I need to charge up my Q3. But because everyone is constantly fighting, I was eventually getting more and more kills, which only gives me more and more confidence. I have never felt so sharp playing this game ever. Mord throws his Q and Kai'Sa throws her W. I dodge both of them like I'm Neo from the fucking Matrix. Woo! Hell yeah, baby! Get shit on!
Am I 1v9ing right now?
And I just see the perfect opportunity to hit the combo. Kai'Sa is frontlining like a complete idiot. She probably thinks she's safe, but I knew she was perfectly in the range of my flash. I could catch her off guard. All I had to do right now is not mess up. I hit it! For those of you wondering how many games on Yasuo it took me like 8 games. So, what is the conclusion? I am not sorry. However, I will say that there is one combo that is much more difficult than the rest. And unironically, it is the Malzahar combo. These 5 combos didn't even take me the full 7 days to complete. I just finished all of them within 6 days. So I will stand by the fact that it really isn't that difficult. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.